Shadow the Hedgehog, the edgier, darker rival to Sonic. Did I mention he's edgier? He's also more powerful. And faster? I hear the Sonic fandom rolling their eyes at me, but let me explain. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is Overthinking It. Shadow the Hedgehog was introduced in Sonic Adventure 2 on the Sega Dreamcast back in the day, the ultimate life form created by Dr. Gerald Robotnik with the assistance of Black Doom, a freaking alien overlord with magic powers. Basically, Gerald did some science and created Shadow while utilizing Black Doom's blood. This is what gives Shadow his chaos control abilities. Which is way cooler than Sonic being able to do it with the power of positive emotions and, let's be honest, friendship. He uses freaking alien blood. Shadow can be shown utilizing Chaos Energy to do tons of things like Chaos Blast, Chaos Control, Chaos Boost. He has a plethora of Chaos-named abilities. It's important to note that Sonic can also use some of these abilities too, although Shadow not only seems to have more control over the abilities, but it's important to note one key factor. Shadow wears power limiters. Shadow's Chaos Energy and usage is so potent that he has to wear limiters, and they only come off when he decides he needs a power boost. I mean, look at the effects of Chaos Blast, a massive shockwave explosion obliterating things around it, and that's with his limiters on? The power boost he gets without the limiters? Oh boy, it's a big one. Shadow gets this energy shield around him as he charges forward, obliterating everything on sight, as seen in the forbidden Sonic 06, when he defeats an army of Mephiles who are juiced up by 2 Chaos Emeralds, I might add. Shadow seems super confident that he can defeat them as well. That tremendous power boost is insane, as his opponents were formidable to begin with. This is why I argue Shadow's more powerful than Sonic, but I also believe he was faster than Sonic. So if looking at stats from Sonic Battle, we can see Shadow is slightly faster. Now, I'm not going to say he's naturally faster, I think technically we can assume he gets that boost from his boots, as he skates on the ground with rockets. But let's just run with it, as he wears these shoes all the time, so it's like his base speed. So he's faster in his base form. And if removing his limiters on his wrist raises his strength, we're unsure if it raises his speed, but we haven't seen him remove the other 2 limiters by his boots. Yes, he has 4 limiters. 4 limiters inhibiting his abilities, and at the very least, he's on par with what Sonic can do, and as far as we know, Sonic isn't limited by anything. So yes, even after removing the limiters in 06 and wiping the floor with enemies, he still had those other 2 limiters on. Imagine the kind of boost he would get if he removed them. And we assume the arms gave him strength and an energy shield. I'd say we have to assume removing the ones on his legs would boost his speed. And his super form? Well, guess what? Shadow's wearing his limiters as Super Shadow too, so he can absorb the chaos energy needed to transform into Super even with his limiters. So add and stack that boost on with his super form when he removes them. I can only imagine how powerful Shadow would be. And in fact, this further backs up the point before about Shadow's limiters holding back his speed. His shoes and his super form show more power being emitted when he's trying to stop the arc from crashing. So yeah, he's being held back and could move faster at least with those shoes. There are probably few that could surpass Shadow in the Sonic universe. His abilities are insane, and his power is implied to be far greater than what we've seen in games. I think Shadow could potentially unlock a form far surpassing a Super Hedgehog. Dare I say, an Ascended Hedgehog. But you can call it a Super Hedgehog too. Or am I overthinking it? Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you'll punch that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ding that noti bell to catch all my future uploads. Be sure to check out my other videos in the series. Until next time, have a good one.
Jiggylookback!